We know it's an especially emotional day for Lieutenant Tchoryk's loved ones. Right now, we want to bring in Kelly Weller, the Executive Director of the EMWQ Retirees, Widows, and Children's Fund. First of all, my condolences to you and all of the men and women of the Chicago Fire Department and all of our first responders.
Thank you, Ryan. I want to convey heavy hearts. The coverage you have is very moving, and it's affecting me. Condolences to the Tchoryk family and the Pelt families. I know it's a tragic loss for everybody involved.
You mentioned...
Thank you.
Our pleasure. You mentioned Jermaine Pelt. Of course, it's a double dose of tragedy for the city and the Chicago Fire Department. Very quickly, right now on your website, people can donate to the memory of Lieutenant John Tchoryk. What will those funds be used for?
The charity's charter is to provide widows and children of surviving firefighters, or children of firefighters who die, and providing ongoing relief. Typically, we do that as a form of payment when an active firefighter passes, and we also provide continuing what I would call maintenance and support to our neediest widows who are survivors of firefighters from the city of Chicago.
Kelly, thank you so much again for being with us this morning. Real quick, right now we are seeing that procession taking place. We're seeing some members, leaders in the city of Chicago arriving as well. We know that Mayor-elect Brandon Johnson is there. He just arrived. And Kelly, I want to get back to what you all do. I'm sure you know a lot of stories. I'm sure you've seen tragic events like this happen. And why is it important to have those funds for those families, the people left behind after our first responders pass?
Specific to the firefighters who have young children, our focus over the years, especially as it pertains to those minor children, is to provide assistance and continuing assistance. And now we're taking on additional what I would say support initiatives with Chicago Firefighters Local 2 to provide grants and educational scholarships. So whenever these tragedies happen, it's very emotional and people are very supportive. Okay. EMWQ is the ongoing support for the years and years and years that go by that these children have to live without their parent. And also I want to emphasize that we're looking at the neediest widows that we have, survivors that are below poverty line, where we provide subsistence to get them up to a level that at least helps cover some of the inflation and increase in costs we've had for the last year. So I can't emphasize enough how grateful we are to the support that we receive during these tragic events. But I also want to convey that the ongoing need never stops. So any contribution to the EMWQ Fund through our website is greatly appreciated and goes a long way to helping our neediest members.
And Kelly, before we let you go, I do want to mention that you do have the Jermaine Pelt Memorial Fund established. His visitation is this afternoon. He'll be laid to rest tomorrow. And these funds raised will help care for his 6-year-old son. Yeah. You mentioned, small children. His son, only 6 years old. You also have a fundraiser for both families set up for Friday, April 21st at Leona's Pizzeria on North Elston Avenue. So just wanted to get that word out. Kelly Weller, Executive Director of the Retirees, Widows, and Children's Fund. Thanks so much for being with us on a very difficult day.
Thank you.
Thank you again for this coverage. It means a lot to us.
Absolutely.